being escorted by Leroy and Nicole Fraser. Been at 4H for 10 years, FFA for 4 years, marching band for 4 years. He attends Knox County Career Center and plans to attend COTC to pursue IT work. I'd like to thank his grandpa for getting them to band practice, and to his mom for showing up at every performance, and to my dad for being the best band announcer. Ladies and gentlemen, Austin Frazier. Next up is Carter Hassel. Carter is being escorted by Helen Hassel. Been in cross country since 6th grade, track 7th grade, marching band since the 8th grade, and select choir. Future plans are to join the Marine Corps as a heavy diesel tech, and after that, continue as an automotive technician. I'd like to thank his mother and his Aunt Cheese for always being there for me and believing in me. Ladies and gentlemen, Carter Hassel. Next up is Dominic Holdren. Dominic is being escorted by Charlene Cross, his mom, and Kevin Cross' stepdad. Kayla Cross, Emily Holdren, sister Nick Holdren, dad, Bethany Holdren, stepmom, Courtney Nybarger's sister, husband, brother Holdren. I'd like to say he's been in the marching band for 4 years, solo and ensemble 1 year, prep band 4 years, as well as concert band for 4 years. His plans are to either go to real estate recruiting or a real estate firm finishing an associate degree, or go into agriculture college, undecided as of right now. We'd like to thank his family, friends, and the trumpet section. Ladies and gentlemen, Dominic Holdren. Next up is Landon Kimber. Landon is being escorted by Felicia, his mom and stepdad Eric, and stepmom Sam, dad Terry. He's been in marching band for 4 years, prep band for 2 years, concert band for 2 years. He plans on joining the workforce right out of his high school with college as a backup. I'd like to thank his family, friends, and everyone who has helped him to become the person he is today. Ladies and gentlemen, Landon Kimber. Next up is Ezekiel Legros. Ezekiel is being escorted by Elizabeth, his mother, and Ezra. He's been in marching band, including concert, marching, and percussion ensemble. He's attending college for electrical engineering. Ezekiel would like to thank family and friends for always being there for me, the band staff throughout the year, for making music my favorite hobby, and for all my teachers, most importantly, Miss Webb, for guiding me into electrical engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, Ezekiel Legros. Next up, Evelyn Roush. She's being escorted by sister Sydney, brother Wyatt, parents Teddy, and Chris Roush. 5 years marching band, 2 years prep band, 2 years concert band, and NTHS. Her future plans are to attend college to continue a career in culinary arts. She would like to thank family and friends for always being there and believing in me, and Chris and Kyle for always being there with guidance and support. Ladies and gentlemen, Evelyn Roush. Next up is Ruthlyn Miaha. Christy is being escorted by Christy, Lissandra, Jose, and Glenn. She's been in the drama club since 8th grade, guitar and ukulele, obviously band. I plan to attend college but haven't decided on which to attend. My friends and family, especially my grandmother and mother, have been grounding rocks throughout my life.
Well, probably should have.
Next up is Sarah Ruggles. Sarah's being escorted by Jessica, Mom, Don, and Carol Ruggles, grandparents, marching band for 4 years, concert band, prep band. 4H for 10 years, competitive cheer 12 years, where she won a gold medal at the World's finished business degree she is now pursuing at COTC. We'd like to thank her family for always supporting her. We'd always like to thank the Metafane section for being the best section. Ladies and gentlemen, Cara Ruggles. Ladies and gentlemen, next up is Riley Phillips. Riley's being escorted by parents Heather and Brandon, sisters Tyler, Jaden, and Finley. He's been in marching band for 4 years, prep band 4 years, 2 years concert band, and 4 years softball. Going to college to further her degree, her career in healthcare field. She would like to thank her parents for always being there to lend me a hand, my sister to be my best friend, and my friends for always supporting me throughout the good and dumb decisions that I made. My trumpet section, for always having a good time and laugh. Ladies and gentlemen, Riley Skello. Next up is Joseph Van Slyke. Joseph is being escorted by Cassandra and Dad Aaron, stepmom Carrie Van Slyke, sibling Caitlin and Ethan. Been the marching band for 4 years, cross country 2, track 2, choir 3. Planning on being a librarian after graduation and going to Kent State for an MLS degree. We would like to thank his parents and siblings for guiding me to this point in my life and everyone else who pushed me to strive to be more than myself. Ladies and gentlemen, Joseph Van Slyke. Last but not least, Aubrey Whiteley. Aubrey is being escorted by Chris and Christina Whiteley. She's been in solo and ensemble prep band for 4 years, marching band 5 years, travel softball 10 years. She plans to attend college, major in wildlife conservation, work for the state or national parks as a park ranger. She would like to thank the parents for supporting her in everything she does, my section for making my years in the band the best they could be. You guys are the best, and I'll never forget our time together, ladies and gentlemen. Aubrey Whitehead. Okay, next up is football. First up is Cooper Rockers. Cooper would like to thank Mom Brittany, Dad Zeke, sisters Ronnie and Cherry, Dad Justin, stepmom Lauren, and sister Lily. 3 years he's been playing football, hanging out with friends. Future plans, work construction. Would like to thank friends and family and coaches. Ladies and gentlemen, Cooper Walker. Next up, Wyatt Cole. Wyatt is being escorted by Aaron Cole. He's been involved in football for 4 years, plans to go to trade school and then enter the workforce. I'd like to thank all his teammates and coaches for making me better, and my family and friends for always supporting me. Ladies and gentlemen, Wyatt Cole. Next up is Brody Davis. Brody is being escorted by Lorraine Boss, Bob Boss, Kevin Davis, and Jackie Davis. Brody's been involved in football, basketball, baseball, golf for 4 years. His future plans are undecided on college, but will pursue his family business. I'd like to thank his family, friends, coaches, and Jesus. Ladies and gentlemen, our buddy, Brody Davis. Next up is Nick McFerrin. Nick is being escorted by mother Christy McFerrin, father Matthew McFerrin, brother Adam McFerrin. Played football for 4 years, wrestled for 3, member of the Business Professionals of America. Plans on attending college after high school and earning a bachelor's in business management before entering the workforce. I would like to thank his grandparents and all his family for supporting him throughout his entire career. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick McFerrin. Next up is Kurt Parker. Kurt is being escorted by his mom, Brandon Nauman, stepfather Ben Nauman, father Clint Parker, brothers Clint and Cash Parker, sisters Cassie and Nicole Nauman. He's been involved in football for 4 years, starting as a sophomore, wrestling, freshman year basketball, weightlifting, and bodybuilding. Future plans, he's not sure about attending college, but about going straight into the workforce. We'd like to thank all his families and friends and girlfriends and Jesus Christ. Ladies and gentlemen, Kurt Parker. Next up is Brian Sykes. Brian is being escorted by parents Chris and Ashley Sykes and sister Grace Sykes. 3-year letterman in football and basketball, and 1-year letterman in track. And in his free time, Blake likes to hang out with friends or watch football with his dad. His future plans are undecided. We'd like to thank his parents, grandparents, sisters, and online coaches, and Mrs. Liborger for all their support. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, number 9, Blake Sight. Next up is Wyatt Todd. Wyatt is being escorted by Justin Bauer and Casey Hopeland, stepfather. His brother Dalton Bauer, Mason Hopeland, has been involved in football for 4 years, 3 years wrestling, 1 year choir. Planning to attend college with a focus on political science and history. He'd like to thank his late grandmother Sandra and Margaret Hopeland for their love of football. His stepfather Casey for loving me like I was his own son, and his mom Justin for being the best madre ever. Ladies and gentlemen, Wyatt Todd. Ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, I think I know this guy, Gavin Toon. Gavin is being escorted by Don Toon, Kristen Toon, and Grayson Toon. He's been involved in football, basketball, track, and AAU basketball for 4 years. His future plans are to go to college and either play football or basketball, get a degree in business or sports management. He'd like to thank his family, friends, coaches, and teachers. Ladies and gentlemen, one last time, there he is, Gavin Toon. Let's give them all one more round of applause. There's your seniors.
Yes, indeed. Tonight, we're live at Fredericktown, our first trip here of this football season, and it comes in Week 10 with a KMAC championship on the line for the home Freddies. Their opponents, the Centerburg Trojans, have already secured the KMAC championship this year, and with tonight's matchup to determine whether they will keep it all for themselves as outright winners, or if they fall, they will have to share it with Fredericktown. So if it is the latter, that also opens the door for a three-way tie with Mount Gilead if the Indians are able to get things done at Cardington. So lots to be decided in Week 10, along with that special Freddie-burg Trophy, which goes to the winner of our contest here tonight. Pregame coverage of the opening kickoff coming up anywhere the internet can be found, and it is live and free on its final Friday night of the regular season.
Every time that we walk in, we know we're going to walk into a place that's very clean, and when we walk in, we have a professional environment to come to. The reliability of Pinnacle is always on spot. We've been with them 16 years so far. They're committed, they are professional, they are very transparent with their pricing, and they excel at meeting every goal and every need we have.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health, to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
Well, I think the first thing I would say to recommend this school is that it's affordable and flexible. And then the program itself, I would say that it has a very diverse, broad spectrum of fieldwork and career opportunities. I think the thing that prepared me the most was having that on-site directed practice, so I could actually be in an agency working with real people. And there's a ever-growing need for social work, especially in our community here.
Take a look at all the action from Friday night football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Happy Halloween!
All right, glad you are with us for our Monarch Title Services pregame show here at Fredericktown as the Freddies are hosting the Centerburg Trojans for Week 10 of our high school football coverage on the OH.REPORT. Alongside Scott Cameron, I'm Kirk Richards, and obviously a lot of anticipation for this matchup as we know what the stakes are. Centerburg does have a championship share assured at least, but they'd like to win it outright. If Fredericktown's able to pull it off, they will have a share of the title.
Right, and how fun is it that we actually get to wait till Week 10? I mean, that just keeps everyone on the seat of their, pants, just kind of waiting like, oh, what's going to happen? And everyone's eyes are on this game tonight to dictate what happens with the KMAC and what's going to happen with seeding them. As if there's not enough drama between, if Centerburg wins, they get probably the number 1 seed. Then if Fredericktown wins, they'll get probably a top 4, and they'll get a home bye, and all that stuff is in play.
It is.
And it's all on Week 10. Folks, this is outstanding that you are able to watch this game with us tonight. And, man, I know these kids are going to give it all they got here tonight, Week 10 of high school football in Ohio.
Yes, they are. We know how they bring it. So, let's take a look at our team spotlight. First for the visiting Centerburg Trojans, led by Andy Colella in his 10th season as the head coach. The team is 8-1, winners of at least a share of the KMAC championship, as we noted, so they'll have it outright if they win here tonight, as the Trojans' one loss on the season was out of conference in Week 2 to Johnstown. So since then, Centerburg has snapped off 7 straight victories over Worthington Christian, Northmore, Loudonville, Cardington, Mount Gilead, Danville, and East Knox. And tonight, Centerburg hopes to retain the Freddie-burg Trophy. That's always a big part of the bragging rights. But
absolutely.
Fredericktown's hoping to claim it back.
Yeah, small town rivalry football, right? I mean, there's nothing like that. But, yeah, no doubt Coach Colella is very aware of the weapons that Fredericktown has on the other side of the ball. Very complimentary to Toombs, Sipes, and all that they can handle and give on the offensive end. So he's very well aware. Now, granted, Johnstown, their one loss, they are a division higher, and they are in the playoffs. Likely in the playoffs. They're sitting at number 9, so they're somewhat solid. So it's one of those things where Fredericktown has a little bit of a push here and having to work really hard. But I'm telling you what, Coach Colella was not discounting Fredericktown, and he highly respects everything that the first year under Spittler and all he's been able to do. So Centerburg better bring it. They better be ready tonight.
Yeah, and fortunately they have been bringing that mentality all season long with a number of their talented players. And, of course, we're going to spotlight one of them. And that is Miles Marshall. Wow, I mean, he's got more than 1,200 rushing yards. He leads the KMAC in rushing touchdowns with 19. Also has 3 receiving TDs. Marshall also leads the conference in yards per carry at just under 11. And, wow, he also leads the conference in those 2-point conversions. He has 12 of those. Defensively, he contributes 3 tackles per game. He has a defensive pick as well. So, I mean, Marshall, he is all over the place. A major factor in Centerburg's success this season.
Right. He is almost, you could almost argue in a way, he's the Travis Hunter of the KMAC.
Okay.
And everything that he does on both sides of the ball, and just the explosivity and the importance to everything the team does and running in stride. So, yeah, he's obviously a key player for them. But here's the thing with Centerburg. If it's not Marshall, they've got Ball. They're just loaded, right? They've got Ballinger. They've got weapons all over the place. But no doubt Marshall is their key player that everything seems to run through for them offensively.
Yeah, he's done an amazing job, and when we watch him play, we can tell he has fun out there, and that's that's a big part of it as well. All right, well, we want to, of course, put a spotlight on the home team, the Fredericktown Freddies, led by Scott Spittler, as you noted, in his first season as head coach of this program. Certainly has lots of previous experience, including 15 seasons as head coach for Lucas, once leading the Cubs to the state title game. That was in 2019. So Spittler's early success here has some considering the possibility of the Freddies one day playing for a state title, and maybe even this year, as they have achieved an 8-1 record. The one loss was in conference to Mount Gilead. score 41-7. So that was a rough night for the Freddies. It's the only game this season that the Freddies gave up more than 20 points. It's also the only game in which the Freddies did not score at least 3 touchdowns. So the players of Fredericktown will assuredly need to unleash their A game to get a win tonight and thus claim a share of the KMAC championship, which would be the first for the program during the 9-year existence of this conference.
Right, and that game against Mount Gilead, that was the game where they really kind of found out that Brody Davis was not able to perform and play because of his leg.
Oh, good point.
So it's one of those things where, yeah, they kind of got taken to the woodshed, but there's a lot of things going on in that game that people aren't aware of that is going on underneath the surface. So you don't want to discount that, but at the same time, correct, they can't allow something like that to get out of hand again tonight.
Yeah, Brody Davis certainly, tremendous player, and yeah, he is out for the rest of the season and not anticipated that he'll be able to play basketball either. So that's so
out till March.
Tough, for him. Maybe he gets back out there for the baseball season, but he was doing a great job, no question about it, for this team. So we will have a player spotlight. And if you've been watching this team, probably had a huge surprise. Gavin Toombs, senior tight end and defensive lineman. He's a multi-sport athlete in his own right. He makes an impact on offense and defense. He's got the 7 touchdowns, 4 rushing, 3 receiving. He gets a ton of credit from teammates for being an exceptional blocker downfield. And on defense, he does lead the KMAC in sacks with 10.5 of those. And he has the 6 forced fumbles, so that is by far the most in the KMAC. I mean, that's a total that exceeds that of 4 separate teams in the KMAC, so he's got a knack for that. And that he gets 6 forced fumbles on his own, it shows that he's willing to do whatever it takes to make something happen out there on every play.
Right, in terms of big men that you think of in the conference, he is one of the most important as well, probably, for their team. And Coach Colella was very, very pointed in saying, we've got to do something about number 1. He's a load to bring down. He's super quick, super athletic. And I was down the field before the game, and he is a monstrous human being. He is a monstrous human being. I'm not a small guy, but I felt pretty small kind of standing next to him. But and the best part is, he's kind of looking at some different options for school, but, he has great academics. He's a great kid, and it's really good fit for their program.
When we look at the keys to victory, what do you know? Look at that. Don't let Toombs bury you.
Yeah, don't let Toombs bury you. He's a great playmaker on defense, so you have to minimize his penetration and influence, and you have to control that line. Whereas when you're on offense, you got to siphon Sipes in. He blocks out of the wing and rocket, so you got to watch once he releases the ball. Don't let him block downhill. And he'll run with the ball on the edge too, so you got to keep everything in front and middle, and you got to trust that big nose tackle to fill the gaps and push back.
All right, so we're about ready to get this thing going here at Fredericktown, week number 10. And here we are. Let's see if we're going to get a return. Yes, of course, from Love.
Oh, nice.
But not much room there for Hayden to get free.
Yeah, well covered. Nice job by Fredericktown to go down there and just basically gang tackle. And here's the thing, Coach Spittler, every time I talked with him, I felt like I was talking to Bill Belichick.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He's very he speaks in code, but he was very, very, every time he said something, is all about team, unit. We do everything as a unit, 1 through 11. And that's what you saw right there on the coverage. Nice job.
Yes, and he definitely has a reputation for valuing all of his players and the roles that they bring. Some get more playing time than others, but that's how it goes. So here we are, playing ball, the quarterback. Oh, I'm hearing the whistle blow. And
split backs. And
oh, wow. Okay.
Wow.
Already.
False start.
Whoopsie daisy. Okay.
Yeah, false start, and it was a long high pass anyway, so – but whatever. But now you lose 5 yards.
Yeah, that's the thing. Right.
I don't think that's the obvious plan of execution for the very first play of the game.
Probably not.
But they got to wire it back in, dial back in, and next play's coming.
All right, here we go. 1st and 15 from the 15-yard line. And they go to the ground with Marshall. Oh, here we go. He knows how to gas him.
Oh, man.
Miles Marshall making it to the 34-yard line, and already a first down for Centerburg.
That's the thing. They have the ability to strike the iron and make that hot immediately. They move the ball very, very quick, and especially with split backs back there, you have no idea what's going to be happening and where that ball is going to go because they have, again, loads of athletes to move that ball down the field.
Yes, yeah, it is so true. All right, so first and 10, 34-yard line. Quarterback ball fakes the handoff to Carter and takes off and runs left side across the 40, and he's tracked down across the 45-yard line. Wow, so another quick first down for Centerburg. Yeah, they are really rocking it.
They move the ball, very well on the ground, 30 yards running so far. And that's the thing a lot of people don't realize. They think when they think Centerburg, they're like, oh, they do a lot of passing. They move the ball through the air. They're in the middle of the conference when it comes to passing. But when it comes to rushing the ball, the only team that's better than them is Mount Gilead and Cardington. We know what kind of offense they run.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
we know.
They can run the ball.
46-yard line, Sean Carter. He's another one who has some excellent running ability. Stopped at the 49 for a gain of 3 yards.
Right. He is the Lightning, and the Thunder is Marshall, but they just get both of these backs. Again, we talked about Marshall and the impact player that he is, but my goodness, Carter himself on pretty much most teams in the conference would be the one back. He's that good, and that's how deep they are back.
All right, we'll call it second down, about 6 yards here, 49-yard line. Ballinger in motion. The ball calls for it and has it right into the belly of Marshall. Heads to the left side. Marshall knowing what he needs. He's just so talented at that. And another first down, the third already for the Trojans.
Yeah, just great play set up. Setting up the wide receiver screen on the stack on the Twins on the right-hand side. And, of course, they're far away, but what that does is try to lull that second over, the second level over to keep attention to that, to give that quick little burst for the speed Marshall has. And that worked. Got him the first down.
So into the Fredericktown side of the field. Freddies, they got to get a little stout here. They see what is coming at them. And this time it is ball, want to keep, breaks a tackle, heads to the outside, and he's on the move. And this is trouble. Ball tackled, I think, shy of the 10.
Yep, there's going to be a flag. It's going to be a late hit.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that's going to be a late hit. So we're going to see.
Yowza.
We're going to see where this ends here. Yeah. So they're going to get half the distance there, too.
That's right.
And here's the thing. What caused that? Fredericktown was trying to finally put some pressure on ball, and they brought the outside backer blitz on the outside C, and ball made him pay with that run to the edge using the athleticism.
First and goal from the 7-yard line. Long snap count here, handled by Ball, sends a pass. Loba caught, Lub, and
Toombs maybe. Oh.
And yes, he gets in. Touchdown.
Yeah, nice job. I thought Toombs was going to be able to pull him back across the edge, and he was not able to do that. And just got across. Yeah, that was a low pass, but sometimes that throws off the timing of everything. In that case, it kind of benefited Centerburg, and they were able to keep driving them feet into the end zone for an early lead. And you don't want to say they marched it down effortlessly, but nice job by Centerburg to come out and rebound from that opening penalty, right?
Absolutely. Yes, that's what they did. And, they just don't get discouraged, and they are going for two. As we noted, Miles Marshall, he leads everybody in the KMAC in that category. See if he gets the ball here. They have other players who are capable of this. And they fake it to him. They go just keep it with Ball, and no.
Didn't get it.
So he stopped short 6-0 on our Monarch Title Services scoreboard. We'll be back for more high school football on the OH Report.
Every time that we walk in, we know we're going to walk into a place that's very clean, and when we walk in, we have a professional environment to come to. The reliability of Pinnacle is always on the spot. We've been with them 16 years so far. They're committed, they are professional, they are very transparent with their pricing, and they excel at meeting every goal and every need we have.
From primary care
Here we go. So Fredericktown, let's see what they'll do with Kirk Parker. And he is stopped at the 35-yard line. He is a huge weapon.
I think he. Oh no, yeah, he was down.
They were trying it.
Yeah, the head official said he was down. They were, yeah. Centerburg was trying to keep him up and rip it out, and he went down. So crisis avoided. Avoided too. I suppose that applies. Yeah, so we're going to be starting off here on the 34-yard line. And yeah, nice play. I believe that was Love that made that touchdown catch for Centerburg. And now that gives Fredericktown an opportunity to respond as you see that compact.
There they go with Toombs at first and 10, 33-yard line. And yes, he's got to get a lot of touches, I would imagine.
This is going to be his kind of game, his kind of night. This is the kind of stuff that you live for if you're him, because he has the size that is going to be able to cause some damage against Centerburg, because Centerburg, they've got a great blocking scheme. They stay low. They've got a great nose tackle that's a lot of size. So the way to combat size is size on this, in this case, with their offense that they're running.
Second down and 5. Yep, they go right back to Toombs. And Nichols there from behind, able to pull him down, but not before Toombs gets to the first down for the Freddies.
Yeah, they will love to run that toss, and they love the right side of that line. They will run that, and they will run that, and they will run that. This kind of offense, and this is the same kind of offense that Spittler was running at Lucas, it's super effective. It doesn't look fancy. Again, it kind of looks like a Charlie Brown's Christmas tree where they're all dancing around the tree, and all of a sudden, boom, pops out a tree, and it's beautiful. That's exactly the kind of offense Fredericktown runs, and they're good at it.
First and 10, 46-yard line. As Parker on the move, and yeah, he's one who can take on a lot of punishment and deliver it. He's still moving. Wow. Kirk Parker to the 45-yard line.
Man. Great job keeping the feet moving, getting 9 yards. This is exactly the kind of thing Fredericktown needed to run. Now, here's the thing. The shorter that they make this game, it will kind of benefit Fredericktown, because that means they're able to keep running, control the clock, control possessions. And you know, I was talking to Scott this week, and he said the golden ratio that he always strives for, you know, is turnovers, big plays, and least penalties. And right now, they just keep moving the ball down the field.
Second down and 1, 46-yard line. Flags come up as Toombs takes off and runs.
And yep, it's going to be on Fredericktown. So that's the thing. You don't want to shoot yourself in the foot, obviously, right? So Fredericktown loses 5 yards. Now here's the thing. Centerburg, they rebounded off of a penalty very nicely. So this is no big deal for Fredericktown. And the way they've been running that offense, they're just gouging right up the middle. And so we're going to see if they can keep moving the ball down the field on this play.
Second down and 6, midfield.
Oh, that was unusual.
Yeah, it's like it did a little like jumping jack or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a fake really rocket motion. I don't
know. And, gets stopped right there near midfield.
Nice job answering the bell there by the Centerburg defense. That's the thing with this offense, though. you have to do something. There's some sort of misdirection play that you can run, or a Sally play where everything completely switches direction, because what will happen is, again, they will see and they can predict where that run will come, and Centerburg will close those gaps. So look for some sort of misdirection play coming up. If not this play, it'll be the next possession by Fredericktown, and they'll capitalize off that.
All right, they're down 6. And this time, Blake Sipes.
Nice.
He shows his speed. He is a real speedster out there, no doubt about it.
Oh, man.
And, of course, he gets the first.
Yeah,
oh, he's good.
And that's exactly what I was talking about with on the plays of the game. You got to siphon him in, and you got to suck him in somehow. You cannot give up the edge, because if he's not blocking, that dude is running to the edge, and it's the nice long gait that he has, and he rolls his ankles when he runs. I mean, just beautiful stride, man. Beautiful stride, and just that speed. So nice run by Sipes and getting him out of a little bit of a hole there, and they're moving the ball still, Kirk.
First and 10, 37-yard line.
Yeah, just a belly play, nothing fancy, just a old-fashioned Oklahoma type play.
Right, exactly.
You know, nothing fancy, nothing crazy, but just getting positive yards, and that's the confidence that Fredericktown needs, because they know Centerburg's the team to beat in the conference. So if you can keep things positively moving, the ball down the field, that's all about psyche right now, right? They want that trophy back in their possession, and these little things, little gains like that, they want to make it. They want to make it a death by 1,000 cuts.
Right. All right, so there we go. Back on the ground. Yeah. Yep.
Man.
First down.
Oh, that big boy run. But that's the thing. He has the size and ability to make those runs, and that's what Fredericktown needs. Just to running up the A gap and B gaps, that's going to get them a lot of yards, just the way their blocking scheme is. And, like I was saying, Coach Spittler was talking about, I did ask him, I said, so is this like whole 111 thing? Is this like a Joe Paterno, names on the back of the jersey, Penn State kind of thing? And he goes, no, it's just what we do.
Yeah, exactly right.
Okay, fine, whatever,
Here we go. First and 10. Yep, he tries to take it. Yeah, so that's the thing when you've got a quarterback like this. He's always so dangerous. And, yes, he can throw it, but his ability to run is something that has to be respected.
Right, and if he's going to run, he's got to run to the edge. Centerburg has way too much size up front. They've got too much going, especially with big Angelo Nichols really kind of blocking up that middle. So if Sipes is going to take off, he's got to go towards the edge and let Toombs, the big boys, and all of them, let them run the ball up the gaps.
Second and 10. Oh gosh. A little slippage there. Huh?
Yeah, I saw last week, I was watching the game, Fredericktown playing Danville last week, and there's a couple times where they had some miscommunications and some the ball was not received or handed off correctly. So those little things, right? And that's that golden ratio Coach Spittler is talking about. Reduce turnovers, don't even give them a chance to have turnovers. But that puts them in a real predicament of 3rd and 11. And so we're going to probably see some sort of pass here. Twins both sides. One in motion.
3rd down and 11. Here we go. The quarterback on the move. Ooh, wow, and it's incomplete. A nice try there to Kirk Parker.
Yeah, tough throw. Tough reception opportunity, a little behind him and towards his knees. And I was watching a lot of the warm-ups before the game, and they were doing a lot of those passes. You could tell they wanted to really try and hit Toombs in the flat, but it was covered very well. And as he was going deep, that made the quarterback go with the option 2, and he just was not ready to make that throw as accurate as he would have liked. And they're going for it, Kirk. Why not?
Trying to keep pace. Yes, indeed. Let's see it. Oh, my gosh.
You got to go
down 11. I hear you. 26-yard line. Well, timeout.
Yep.
Fredericktown. And, yeah, we're working through a little a slight technical issue right now. So, we're not able to control the scoreboard, so it's just sort of sticking there, but that's okay. Yeah, we're still alive, doing the game, and yeah, it is 6-0.
We'll work through it, Kirk.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, we got plenty of time.
But here's the thing: you've got Fredericktown, where it is 4th and 11, but if you punt, you don't want to punt from the 26. You're not going to really gain anything. Sometimes your best pooch punters are really bad punters.
Yeah.
But in this case, it is in that no man's land where you just got to go for it and give it a try. So if I were Fredericktown, though, I would, if you're not going to put Sipes and have him running to the outside, you've got to do some sort of nice play. Even maybe watching what happens with Toombs, maybe put him on a drag route. But so we look here, it looks like Toombs is going out to the right-hand side. So unless he's going to make a circle drag route out of that or something. But here we go.
It looks like they are going.
Pistol formation?
Yes, they are. Sipes. Oh, he's getting away from Ballinger. Gets it down to Toombs. Oh, can he get enough? He's fighting for everything that he can, and did the ball come out?
I think it did. Well, no, it didn't. It didn't. I think they were initially kind of either way, right? Either way. But that was a pass to Toombs. That wasn't the play that I thought it might be. But the play-action pass and trying to suck everyone over to the right-hand side of the field. But nice job by Centerburg, able to stay within that zone and go attack the ball after it was caught by Toombs. And he was still hit a couple times. It took a lot to take him down, but 4th and 11 was just far too much. And if that was a 4th and 6 or 7, we'd be still talking about Fredericktown moving the ball down the field. Just was not enough to make the passage happen. And now it's going to be Centerburg ball, and they're ready to go.
Scored methodically on that first drive. Here we go. Drive number 2, Miles Marshall spills forward across to the 25-yard line. So pick up a 5 for Marshall.
Yeah, and here's the thing, that they're just going with another sidecar, bullet, whatever you want to call it. So instead of the 2-back, split-back system on each side, they're just going back to the single back. Yeah, they had a lot of success. Maybe they're just trying something different just to see how things are working out here. Just under 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
2nd down and 5. All right. Ball's got the snap, fakes the handoff. Marshall.
Nice read.
Toombs is there. Well, that's the sack leader. Gavin Toombs, the first to wrap him up.
That's a great jump by the middle linebacker and the outside linebacker shooting through those gaps and the open gaps in their defensive line scheme. And they timed that perfectly, and they were able to push back, and they got right to him. Man, that was beautifully executed by the Fredericktown defense, and that was making it a 3rd and uncomfortable 6 for the Centerburg offense.
All right, here we go. They're down. Lasers in here to Love. Hayden to 40, 45 midfield, and stumbled right there. But that is clearly enough for the first down. And yes, it looks like we're back to being able to mark those. So,
yeah, Cooper Ocker, just the corner, he just kind of got knocked out of position by friendly fire and was not able to catch up with the reception. And Love just made an easy run diagonal down the field.
1st and 10 from midfield. All right, here we go to Marshall. He gets wrapped up and driven back.
Yeah, great tackle there by Cash Parker, answering the call and going right up the gap and making the tackle there, not letting him get more than 2 yards. Those are little wins, man. Those are little wins. I mean, I know Centerburg had a positive play, but if you keep everything in front of you, you're doing a good job. And the great example of that was last play. Before that, keep everything in front of you. Split back
together. 2nd and 8, 48-yard line, just like you talked about in those keys of victory. And here we go. Marshall get all those nice moves. He's so subtle and so quick. Marshall. And then tackled from behind. But, oh, my gosh, another great first down play for Miles Marshall and Centerburg.
Yeah, and what you saw there was a great execution by Marshall. Was as soon as he, again, the shifty feet and everything, but once he planted and he went right, he switched the ball into the outside arm. That allowed that inside arm to give that shove off in the stiff arm. So not only great running and footwork, great IQ and moving the ball to the correct hand. Nice job.
First and 10, 25-yard line. Love goes in motion. Ball has a snap, works to the left, sets the feet, puts it up towards the end zone. Looking for Ballinger, completing the flag. Comes up.
Wow. I just want to – I think there's a illegal man down there.
There you go. Yep.
Can I comment on how far that official just threw the flag?
Sure.
Unbelievable. I mean, that thing was on a line.
He was making sure it was seen.
It was beautiful. He threw it clear of the hash on a line. Jiminy Christmas.
God.
Wow. Good for him. Man has a cannon. He might come out in the second half and play for one of these teams.
Hey, you know what?
My goodness, that was just.
He's got the eligibility. What's his name right
Yeah,
now?
right, exactly, yeah.
Oh, my God.
First and 15, and
first and 15
going
indeed.
back to one back.
So ball from the gun, takes off and runs, and stopped at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, just a little bit of a gain. You're wanting to get some of those lost yards back. So really, you're at 2nd and 11, 2nd and 10. You're back to where you were. That's a smart play, giving your team a chance to make some sort of play. Moving forward, it's just the same as an incomplete pass almost.
Well, there we go. First quarter has come to an end, and it is Centerburg on the road with the 6-0 lead at Fredericktown. Back for the start of the second quarter of high school football on the OH Report.
I didn't think our staff would even notice that we switched cleaning companies, but they did right away. They noticed that the office was cleaner, that things were bright, more vibrant, and that created a more positive working environment for us. There's always a potential to spread illness if our building isn't as clean as it possibly could be. Having Pinnacle in our building to make sure that it's as clean and safe and healthy as it can be helps us take the best care of our patients. It's family owned and operated, they're local, which means a lot to us.
Second quarter here, coming back, Kirk. Back in the shotgun formation, one back, sidecar.
All right, yeah, he just decides to take off with it right there.
Hey,
Yep.
great coverage by the Fredericktown secondary, not falling for any of the schemes there by Centerburg. Great job by the secondary, sticking with the long play, because Centerburg went right back to almost the exact same play and running scheme, tree routes, that we saw on the other side of the field, and they didn't fall for it this time. So great job by Fredericktown. Yeah, they gave up 3-4 yards for running, but they did not allow that long, explosive play. Good job.
3rd and 7, 22-yard line. Here we go, ball. Setting it up, far side, Marshall. He wants it and knocked out of bounds, but a nice effort once again to get a first down. Miles Marshall and Centerburg.
Here's the thing. It's just like basketball, Kirk. The most open person on an inbounds play is the inbounder.
That's right.
So when you have that play action that comes across, more times than not, that man is going to be open, wide open in the flats. And the most dangerous thing you could have if you're Fredericktown is Marshall just sitting there going, hey, I'm open in the flats. And just a little dump pass.
Yeah.
And they made them pay for that. And so that was just a good execution. Great play call by Centerburg there in that situation.
First and goal from the 9. Centerburg with Ballinger in motion. Ball's got the snap. Yep, gives it up to Marshall. Bounce to the outside. Oh, but simply could not get away from everybody.
Nice job by the Fredericktown line.
Cass
Great
Parker.
job. Beautiful. Because here's the thing. Parker made that play, but here's the thing. Centerburg shifted to that unbalanced side. It was very heavy on the right with twins and everything else, and they even moved it back over. So here's the thing. For Fredericktown to knock that back, that speaks volumes for Fredericktown's line. Nice job. Way to answer the bell. 2nd and 9.
Yep, here we go. All right, quarterback keeps it himself, runs to the right side. He's got the wheels, and he finds the end zone for a 9-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
Centerburg doing it again.
Yeah, 9-yard touchdown run. But here's the thing that people are going to ignore, or they're not going to see on the scores, is even though the ball was able to get in there. But here's the thing. I want to just comment. Fantastic block by Jackson Ballinger. Again, moving over to the right-hand side, and he was able to take the lend and push him to the inside part of the field, the inside middle of the field, and that opened up the complete outside and scored a touchdown.
All righty, here we go. 4-2 ball.
Ooh, nice job by Fredericktown.
Nowhere to go. Fredericktown was on top of that. So it is 12-0 on our scoreboard. 10:21 to go. Second quarter, week 10 of high school football on the OH Report.
Every time that we walk in, we know we're going to walk into a place that's very clean, and when we walk in, we have a professional environment to come to. The reliability of Pinnacle is always on the spot. We've been with them 16 years so far. They're committed, they are professional, they are very transparent with their pricing, and they excel at meeting every goal and every need we have.
From primary care to orthopedic.
And here we go on the kickoff.
Yep, just a little squib kick there, recovered by Toombs, and he fell on a knee. So, good move. Almost a kind of a third baseman kind of ground ball play there. You know, just scooping it, taking a knee, scooping it, and turning. So they're going to start on the 32-yard line.
Absolutely.
Fredericktown with the second possession of the evening. And so, Fredericktown did a nice job moving the ball down the field methodically, but now they got to do it and score and try and keep up with Centerburg.
First and 10, 32-yard line. Pitching it over to Gavin Toombs. And yeah, just not much room right there as the Trojans seemingly were ready for that play. Second down.
And again, if you're we got a player down.
Oh.
But if you're watching Sipes, I don't know, Kirk. This may not be the best thing for Fredericktown, but that was, again, for Sipes, once he takes off and he starts his blocking scheme, he's going to go to either side of, or Toombs is going to go to either side of Sipes. So Centerburg's going to catch on to that, and so Fredericktown's going to have to adjust their offense a little bit or do some sort of misdirection just to keep Centerburg honest. Good thing, though, Toombs is up. He's walking around, got off on his own accord, but he's got to come out for a play, obviously.
Very true. Yeah, but that's the main thing. Yeah, he's up.
He's up. He's up, and that's what Fredericktown needs. It's good to see that young man up walking around and hopefully get his bearings back. And here comes the Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
Yeah, indeed. Second down at 9 from the 33. Going to Kirk Parker. And, he gets those tough yards. Yeah, he just keeps on turning. Yeah, he is such a determined player.
And his legs are extended, and he's still doing that.
Yeah.
That speaks to the strength of his calves. And, you just being able to even still push with his toes and get those yards. Yeah, that speaks volumes. They put in all that work in the offseason in the weight room and calf raises and all stuff. And so nice job, way to keep plugging. Going back to pistol.
3rd and 6 from the 36-yard line. And the quarterback. And he keeps on working to the 40-yard line. Yep.
He's going to be a little bit short. Looks like a couple, maybe yard or two short. But nice job following his blockers. And he did not get all the way to the edge, but he's able to be patient enough to get his blockers to get in front of him. And he got a few yards, but, yeah, just not enough to make the first down mark. And it's going to be 2 yards short. And here's the thing. Centerburg, they've scored 2 touchdowns, but they have not gotten their conversions and stuff after. So it's 12. It's a dirty dozen, no big deal necessarily. But Fredericktown's going to have to make some sort of stop here. But they've done a great job not allowing Centerburg to get those conversions.
Here we go. End over end. And bounces out of bounds near the 40-yard line.
Yeah.
Looks like they're marking at the 39.
That was not particularly the best punt. There was a lot of pressure that was being put on by Tommy Howes, and he did a great job making that forced kick. And here's the thing: that's not a block kick, but it might as well be. It's as good as a tipped kick, right? Those are as good as tipped kicks. So in my mind, when you affect the punter to make a bad kick, in my mind, that's a blocked kick.
Yeah, it has the same effect.
Correct. It's no different in basketball. If you force a player to take a bad shot, that's kind of like a block, right? It's just, but it doesn't show up statistically.
It does, right. That's the main difference. I get it. 1st and 10, 45-yard line. Centerburg up 12-0 in the second quarter, and they go to Miles Marshall. Tries to pick his way. Oh, my gosh. Look at him go down the sideline. Marshall. Oh, another awesome play for Miles.
Yeah, he nice job. And actually, the Fredericktown made a great play defensively. They took their backers and they went to the outside of the line. And so they were going on C-gaps and just trying to keep him in. But, man, Marshall is just so fast and athletic. He just used that great foot speed. And he got a gain of 16 yards, and he just kind of makes it look effortless. But it is a great call by Fredericktown, just the sheer athleticism of Marshall.
1st and 10, looks like at the 38-yard line, or real close to it. Quarterback here, ball to Love, who snatches it out of midair and then slips.
Yep.
But still a good catch for Hayden Love.
Yeah, he rocketed that thing in there, man. Great job, great hand strength to corral that in. And that is going to be, a first down.
Wow.
I mean, hey, it doesn't matter if the defense made the tackle or not. The ground made the tackle. But here's the thing. They still kept it in front, right? So
True.
Good job by Fredericktown. Don't allow them to make that big play.
We've got a 1st and 10, 28-yard line here in the second quarter. Centerburg trying to add to the 12-0 lead on the road at Fredericktown. Here we go. Hand it off. Marshall. 25. And then tackled shy of the 20. It does appear.
That is a very popular play right now. That play was stolen directly from the Philadelphia Eagles. That is a zone run play that a lot of teams are trying to copy in execution, and Centerburg just executed that very well for a nice gain of 6. But that's a very popular zone run. You just basically move the linebacker over or your tight end over, and you bring him across, and you hit the backer, and it's a beautiful play.
2nd and 4, 22-yard line. Ballinger, he collects the catch, and he's fighting the tacklers to get more.
My
and finally
goodness.
back down around a 10.
Yeah,
wow.
Ballinger, who is being looked at by many schools.
He certainly is.
You saw just the play before, the ability to run clear across and execute that play and blocking scheme, and then making a great strong hands catch and getting execution and running the ball down the field and keeping it strong. He's a prized possession for some team out there, and they're going to be lucky to get him. But
No
nice
doubt.
catch and nice job by Fredericktown to keep that guy down, man. He's a load.
1st and goal from the 10 after getting a 10th first down of this first half. At number 10, Blaine Bull on the run. Flag flies in. Ball gets what he can, but we'll see, obviously, about the penalty.
Uh-oh.
And then another flag. Uh-oh.
Well, I think we're going to have a hold, but we're also going to have a – we may have offsetting here when push comes to shove.
Yeah, they are certainly discussing it, and right, that's always frustrating if you have a penalty that's in your favor and then you do something to cancel it out. Like,
yeah.
Uh-oh. And I'm not sure what was done, to be honest with you. I couldn't tell.
We're going to find out. Hold.
There's a hold.
Yep. And dead ball, personal foul,
Yeah,
Fredericktown.
yep.
So, someone has a little bit of a – yeah, I think it was just an unfortunate hit there.
Yeah.
and here's the thing. You don't want to shoot yourself in the foot. If you're Fredericktown, you're trying to stay hot in this game, about halfway through that second quarter here, and you don't want to help Centerburg out. They don't need help. They don't
Not
need
at
help.
all. No, we've seen them this season. They certainly don't.
Correct. And they are a hot buzzsaw. But you'd get to replay the down, but you would have liked to have that 10 bonus yards on defense.
So first and goal again, 10-yard line. They go to Marshall, and he knows where he needs to get, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown.
The stock blocking on Centerburg's wide receivers. And again, those are things that when people see the touchdowns, like, oh, man, what a great run. Yeah, as a great run. Absolutely. Marshall's a great athlete, but let's give due again where it's supposed to be. Great blocking on the outside receivers and stalking all the way down through the end zone, and that just makes it easy for Marshall to take the handoff and run to the edge. And nice execution by Centerburg. That's just well done.
20th rushing touchdown of the season for Marshall to lead the KMAC. They're going for the 2-point conversion, and this time Ball is able to stride through. So they get the 2-point conversion this time.
Good patience.
There you go. So that puts up the 2 points. 20-0, Centerburg.
Every time that we walk in, we know we're going to walk into a place that's very clean, and when we walk in, we have a professional environment to come to. The reliability of Pinnacle is always on spot. We've been with them 16 years so far. They're committed, they are professional, they are very transparent with their pricing, and they excel at meeting every goal and every need we have.
Back here, and Centerburg with another pooch kick, and to Toombs. They must see something in Toombs, and or, hey, if you kick it to their biggest guy and you squib it, he's not going to be able to move too much with it, and he's not going to hurt you on a block because he's a great blocker. So maybe not a bad idea there by Centerburg. And when we watched Centerburg before, Kirk, if you remember, their kicking game was on point.
Yeah.
Beautifully executed, so they are doing everything right so far, it seems, in their favor in a lot of ways.
So first and 10 there. Gavin Toombs on a run from the 35-yard line. Looks like he did just get back to the line of scrimmage. So no gain there for Toombs.
And you don't want to, if you're Fredericktown, you don't want to say, hey, let's air it out. But, they have not necessarily run a bad pass play yet. They've only been able to execute one, but they can pass the ball. Fredericktown looks like they're trying to run their offense, and Centerburg is just sniffing it out. So try something different.
Second and 10, 35-yard line.
There you go. There you go.
For Kirk. Kirk Parker across the 40. Yep, that's a different look there.
The old-fashioned Sally, and that's what you got to do. You have to do that stuff to keep them honest. Otherwise, they'll just rear their heads back and have your way. So nice job by Fredericktown. Good play calling there. And don't be afraid to keep doing that kind of stuff, man. Make Centerburg pay for their aggression.
3rd and 3, 42-yard line. There's got to be a feeling that they need a touchdown on this drive as Kirk Parker, another tougher run. Yeah, let's see where he gets to the 45-yard line.
No, you're absolutely right, Kirk. They need to have something on this drive. Now, they do have some decent kicking. They have a great kicker, 19 to 27 extra points. He has not tried a field goal, but, I mean, they do have a guy who can kick. So even if you get down there, get something on the board and hang a number, that would go a long way for their mentality.
First and 10, 45-yard line. Toombs again on the run, and maybe a yard for Gavin.
So here's the thing. You see big number 77, Angelo Nichols. We never got to really talk about the Fredericktown keys of the game.
Oh, yeah, let's get those.
But I said mine for Fredericktown was no Nichols in this slot.
That's right.
and the guard has to push him opposite gaps. And you saw Nichols right there. He just, boom, he went right through. He's such a huge human being, man. Such a great player, and he clogs those holes. So that's exactly why. He does a great job on that defensive nose.
2nd and 9. Here we go. Sipes setting it up there for Toombs.
Beautiful.
Oh, did he get enough, though? I don't think he got enough for the first. But, yes, he's –
but there you go.
A good pass play, yeah.
And that's the thing. There's got to be some variety to the play calling, and we're seeing it, and it's executing. You got to do something to keep Centerburg off. Yeah, you want to run your meat and potatoes offense, but it's very obvious Centerburg, they're dialing in. And so nice job by Fredericktown with some adjustment and play calling. Nice job.
Just needing a yard, 3rd and 1, 46-yard line. Here comes Kirk Parker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much a no doubter right there for that first down. And as we can take a look here, see if we have that.
Oh, there we
up.
go. Yeah,
there it
no
is.
Nichols in this slot.
About.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, I already talked about it, but the Fredericktown defense, they have to keep it all in front. And we've kind of seen that here tonight. Centerburg's loaded at all the skill positions, so they need to minimize those big plays, make them use the clock. And again, the shorter the game gets, that's going to only benefit Fredericktown with the way they run their offense. But Centerburg's been executing some pretty good stuff on offense. Oh, there you go.
On the keeper.
To the edge.
And he gets tackled by Tommy Haas there in the 35-yard line. And this is a first down nonetheless, so they are really working it here. Nicely done.
Listen, there's an element of holding your breath when he hits the edge. Because everyone's like, because, again, that stride, once he gets going, he's hard to bring down. You may not catch him. Nice job. Good execution.
2nd down and 2, 35-yard line. Pitch play here, Kirk Parker. Yeah, and he just is relentless.
Yeah, that's running a half rocket, and they do that so well between Parker and Toombs. And those are just two great backs to run that through, and they just are able to execute that flawlessly so many times. It's a different way of doing it than Mount Gilead, than we've seen so many times, but it's the same result, 2 or 3 yards at a time. And Fredericktown's moving the ball.
All right, so they go to the first down. Yep, and Parker hands it off to Toombs, but it seems that the Trojans were not fooled by that play.
They were ready for that one. They knew that one was coming. Yeah, they were ready for that, and they knew that was coming. So they told their backers, do not bite. Do not bite. And it is almost one of those things where Parker almost could have said, I'm audibling the play, because he had no one outside the hash.
He could have kept it, yes.
He could have kept that, and he would have been in the end zone. So Centerburg kind of took a gamble, and they won on that one.
All right, 2nd down and 10. I got the 33-yard line. Sipes under some pressure, lets it go to Toombs, but Marshall is right there to make sure that he doesn't get any further.
If anyone was wondering what happens when speed meets power, you just saw it right there.
Absolutely.
Because Marshall just kind of tried to tackle his legs, and Toombs like, are you trying to tackle me?
Indeed. Looks like we do get a timeout, and that's called Fredericktown, I do believe.
And the clock is a factor. I did notice that, but, we got only just over a minute. Now, it's not that big a factor because Fredericktown has 2 timeouts. However, the way Fredericktown runs the ball and executes their offense, it is a factor. So they've got to break a big play in one of these next 2 plays if they want to try and get down and score a touchdown. So they've got to do something in these next 2 plays that's going to gain them a solid 15 yards, 20 yards, doing something to get them closer. It was just, again, that's their offense. They're a grinded-out team. So we'll see what they do. Now they got Twins on the right.
3rd and 9, 31-yard line. He's got the ball. He heads right. He's got an arm pass. Oh, and deflected right there at the last moment by Miles Marshall. I mean, he's just everywhere.
Yeah, nice job by Marshall.
Oh, my goodness.
And Toombs was a little bit slow coming out of his transition footwork-wise, and he kind of gave it away. But Marshall was able to close that gap. And good play call by Fredericktown. As just Marshall made a great play and execution on his end. But now you're stuck with that 4th and long rather than maybe trying to make it a 4th and short. So big play here, obviously, for Fredericktown. But as they're going to pistol.
Let's see it. We're down to 9. Gotta have something. Oh, and he is in trouble here. There's Ballinger all over him, giving major heat. Throws it away, but obviously a turnover on downs.
There's Ballinger once again. And
Jackson Ballinger, what a player he is.
And of course, and we talked about that just a few minutes ago. And, the refs are talking to the Centerburg players, hey, keep it clean here. And But nice job of the blitz, timing-wise, and yeah, Centerburg just made a great play calls when it mattered the most. And Fredericktown didn't have anyone back there that's going to be able to block him and prevent Ballinger from getting back there in the backfield.
We got 55 seconds.
Right, and
until the break.
They look like they want to make something happen. They've got enough timeouts.
1st and 10, 31-yard line. Yeah, exactly. They've got the timeouts. That's right. So here we go with the quarterback ball. Wants to unload it down the sideline, looking for Love, and it is incomplete.
Yep, just a bit over. Nice toss.
They've made that connection a number of times this season.
Yes,
time,
correct.
It was just a little bit off.
And I remember when we first watched and covered Centerburg, I asked Coach Colella, I was like, hey, tell me about Love. Like, what do you see in him? And I mean, they have great chemistry together, and they just didn't execute on that play. Nice job by Fredericktown, making them work for it, though, not giving it up.
1st and 10, 2nd down and 10, 31-yard line. And low snap handled by Ball, gets away from one, and Johnston, and okay, yeah. We saw what happened there.
Good initial penetration to slow down any type of play Ball was going to make, and then that gave the rest of the team the opportunity to come in and finish him off. In a loss of 1, and that clock keeps running, so I'm probably going to bet Centerburg's going to be content with letting that run out.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Right, well, they're up 20. Yeah, they're up 20-0. There's no point in forcing anything. It's a good idea, and that allows Fredericktown also even to go in and try and reconvene what's going to be happening here coming back second half.
Yeah, wow. Well, I'll tell you what, Centerburg has been strong since week 3. They've just been drilling them. And here we are at the half, and it is the Trojans leading it 20-0 here at Fredericktown. Well, we'll take a short break. We'll come back and get ready for our halftime band show featuring both schools, the Freddies and the Trojans. Glad you're with us for high school football here on the OH Report, live and free.
I I didn't think our staff would even notice that we switched cleaning companies, but they did right away. They noticed that the office was cleaner, that things were bright, more vibrant, and that created a more positive working environment for us. There's always a potential to spread illness if our building isn't as clean as it possibly could be. Having Pinnacle in our building to make sure that it's as clean and safe and healthy as it can be helps us take the best care of our patients. It's family owned and operated, they're local, which means a lot to us.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
I'm an adult learner, so I had to balance my work and my school. And the fact that NC State has online classes, hybrid classes, especially the instructors are very flexible with allowing you time to get all your work in.